Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many different revelations that will lead to saga-wide implications within the Skywalker saga by director J.J. Abrams and creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of Episode 9 that a lot of fans are really excited about has all to do with Rey's lineage, exactly where she comes from, as well as Rey's parents, specifically Rey's father, and of course, the new Star Wars film by Disney and Lucasfilm that's going to change how we view the past 8 Star Wars movies. Now, we do know that JJ has a plan in place in order to make this not only the darkest Star Wars film there is, but also, of course, a Star Wars movie that's going to create new Star Wars lore surrounding, of course, the Jedi, the Sith, and the Force overall. And that really is a big deal. The fact that they are trying to do something to such an extent like that, the fact that they are really trying to give us a type of Star Wars movie that's going to answer many of the burning questions is very good by Disney and Lucasfilm. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is said to be traveling to a large structure that is said to be built into a large canyon. It's described that the scene is said to involve Rey traveling to her father's home/hideout that is described to contain many secrets that will change the Star Wars franchise. It's explained that in the scene, Rey eventually makes her way to the hideout of her father, where as she enters the building and heads downstairs, it's said that Rey comes across many of her father's discoveries. It's said that one of Rey's father's discoveries is said to involve a certain truth that will change the prequels forever. It's explained that Rey's father unveils that it was the Grand Will who wrote the Chosen One prophecy, revolving around Anakin Skywalker. It's described that Rey's father unveils that he has learned that the Chosen One prophecy continues with another powerful Force user connected to that lineage, and that the prophecy was never complete, and that the Grand Will is the one responsible for manipulating the Force to create the conflict between the Jedi and the Sith to test both sides over time. Now, it's said that these godlike beings are the embodiment of the Force, and that Anakin's Chosen One prophecy was just the first step to something larger for the light and the dark side of the Force to find the perfect balance. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we can already see that they are doing incredible things with Rey's father. We're still not quite sure exactly what his backstory really is. There's been a lot of leaks that we've been going over that Rey is indeed the grandchild, or the granddaughter, if you will, of Palpatine. Whether or not, that's actually going to be Rey's father being the child of Palpatine or Rey's mother, that's a big mystery still, but there have been a lot of hints pointing toward Rey's mother actually being the one, as we went over recently about Palpatine manipulating the Force in order to create Rey through her. Now, on top of all this, I want to go over the entire scenario here, where we have, of course, this hologram of Rey's father that's speaking to Rey indirectly, alright? So, he's already dead, but this is a message that he sent, generally speaking, and talking about these new and ancient secrets, that the Chosen One prophecy was indeed created by the Grand Will. Now, the Grand Will is said to be a godlike being and the top of the wills, alright? So the wills are actually going to be a thing in this movie by reference. We're not going to see them. Originally, we were going to see them in the form of practical effects and puppets and all that kind of stuff, right? But that was ultimately put to the wayside. So in The Rise of Skywalker, it's going to mostly be, little references here and there like this, and revelations revolving around the wills for, of course, Episode 9, specifically surrounding Rey's father, that's going to impact how we view the prequel trilogy era, specifically the Chosen One prophecy. Now, with the Chosen One prophecy, everything of how it's revolving around Anakin Skywalker is going to be changed, and that now the Grand Will is continuing that prophecy to be handed down to somebody else. So that's the biggest question of all. The new Chosen One, if you will. Is it going to be Kylo Ren, or is it going to be Rey, or perhaps somebody else connected to the netherworld of the Force, perhaps Luke Skywalker, right? That's a big question open on the table for discussion. Now, the wills are going to be a thing in the background for The Rise of Skywalker, since George Lucas was significantly involved with this movie, and the fact that Rey's father, alright, in this particular scene, is also able to provide information that it was the Grand Will who created the divide between both the light and the dark side of the Force, and that was all created by the Beyond itself, since it's actually said to be the very origins of the dark side that the Sith eventually discovered. So this movie does have a lot of secrets opening up, and it does match with what Anthony Daniels said, the actor who portrays C-3PO. He said that this entire movie has a lot of secrets that will be unveiled that are going to be completely unexpected and taking fans by surprise, and that he cannot wait for everybody to see it all once it hits theaters come this December. So I'm really crossing my fingers that J.J. Abrams is going to be able to really just, knock this one out of the park and do an excellent job to close the Skywalker saga forever. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.